Good morning, this is G'day Crypto. We've got a lot to go over today, especially what's going on with Bitcoin reaching an all-time high in 3 different countries over the weekend. Checking this out, 1.23 trillion for the market cap. Have seen a nice rally over the last week, which is good. Obviously, everyone's pretty excited. A little bit of green, a little bit of red. Fairly sideways in the market overall, not much moving. If we have a look at Bitcoin, still holding above 30,448, which is great to see. Couldn't manage to get above 31, all-time high in the last 24 hours, 30,984. So close yet so far away. As soon as it pops above that, can hold above that, close above that, we're probably going to shoot up to 32, then 34. Exciting to see. Prefer the red days. I like it when it's under 30,000. We know where we're going. Want to be able to stack as much as possible right now. It is what it is. Ethereum 1894. Did it get above 19? So it got above 1925 last 24 hours, which is great to see. Very healthy. We'll see if it continues to accumulate sideways and then pop back up. This is probably my new all-time favorite website here. It's timechaincalendar.com. I've put it below in there. It just tells you what's going on with the Bitcoin network at the moment. So at the moment today, right now, we're at block height 795,910. Local time, Monday, 26th of June, 6:04 a.m. Subsidy 6.25, supply 19.41 million. 92.44% of the Bitcoin supply is out. You can scrub back in time as well and see that. So I've put that there for you. We'll bring that up most days. I think that's pretty exciting and gives us the correct time in the universe. Now, going over everywhere in the world, shout out to Ali in the comments. I'll get there very shortly. So Bitcoin sees new all-time high in 3 countries as Bitcoin price pokes 31,000. Didn't look like it did, maybe on a couple of exchanges there. How awesome. So Bitcoin price remained strong over the weekend as attention focused on geopolitical events in Russia and surrounding states. We all know what happened with that coup, pretty intense. If you haven't caught up, this is probably not the channel for that. A lot of noise. Jump on crypto Twitter or YouTube, you'll find out what went on over the weekend. So Bitcoin made a nice high though, which it swept the yearly high, and told Twitter followers, I'm unsure whether we'll continue running from here, but during uptrends, you'll most likely see price continuing to run rather than have deep corrections. If we have a correction, 28.5, I buy. So obviously not financial advice. Let's make sure that's clear, but we are in this stage of the cycle now where it's buy the dip. And that's basically as difficult as it needs to get. Bitcoin, whatever else it is, Ethereum, if you're into that. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think, are good. Ethereum's to get more Bitcoin. Bitcoin's to hold that purchasing power, and we'll get into why. All your altcoins and stuff, some of them are going to be huge outperformers come the bull run. So if you want to play that game, now's the time to be finding out what's running when after Bitcoin runs, and that narrative's going to play out further down after the halving. Anyway, Argentina, Venezuela, and Lebanon, Bitcoin hit its highest ever levels against local currency. This is the true power of Bitcoin. We all get excited about the price pumping, going to the moon. It's at 30,000 today, 100,000 tomorrow. It's not actually about that. Yes, number go up technology, but more so a digital store of wealth. It's freedom money at the end of the day, the world's hardest form of money. So for those countries that trend has continued throughout 23 as inflation and macroeconomic policy choices quickly erode purchasing power of Bitcoin. In Turkey, where the lira plunged to new lows against the dollar, BTC TRY neared the area of its blow-off top from December 21. Crazy, absolutely crazy. That's the power. Quick reminder, hit subscribe. We will be going live with Steven this time tomorrow, which will be interesting. I can't wait to have a chat. It's going to be a greatly fun conversation. Now, Robin, follow this gentleman on Twitter, but this is a picture out of The Simpsons. Bitcoin to infinity, GME plus 1 trillion, Fox down, GME down. How do the Simpsons get everything right all the time? All the time. They predicted Trump. They predict so many things. Is it because they put out so many predictions, or they are the Matrix and they know what's going on? Talking about the Matrix, this is the reason for climate change. This video is absolutely insane. I'd really like to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Just listen to this. 21 seconds of insanity.
Inflation. And inflation is the beast that all central bankers, whether they wear a green jacket or not, want to tame and discipline. Number two, because it affects our balance sheet. Whether it's a 3 trillion or a 7 trillion balance sheet, it is affected by climate change.
Climate change affects inflation. Let me know your comments below. That was the most fascinating video that I watched all weekend. I can't believe that anyone can buy this, that they can put out this propaganda, but let me know your thoughts and we can talk a little bit about it tomorrow, especially with Steve on the channel. Now, JP Morgan, crypto's just going to blow up about this, conspiracy theories, the evil elite, the Matrix, putting out their spider web. Nothing's ever as bad as we think it is or as good as we think it is. So in regards to JP Morgan Bank, they deploy their JPM coin for euro-denominated payments. German conglomerate Simons was reportedly the first company to process euro-denominated payments using the JPM coin. The US state bank investment bank JP Morgan has expanded the implementation of one of its major blockchain projects into traditional banking. We think of blockchain, we think freedom. This is not that type of blockchain. It's a private blockchain, just to be clear. The bank had expanded the JPM coin blockchain platform from US dollars to euros. The system enables wholesale payments for clients, including large multinational firms, to transfer euros to and from their JP Morgan accounts instantly and 24/7. That significantly improves traditional banking transactions, which are usually only processed during business hours. So JPM coin launched in 2019. Since its launch, JPM has reportedly processed about 300 billion of transactions in JPM coin since 2019. So really, they're just testing it. They haven't done anything with it. The bank is yet to scale the system, as its overall daily payment volumes reportedly amount to roughly $10 trillion a day. Since 2019, they've only done 300 billion. So slow and steady, they're putting it out there, testing it, refining it, making sure there's no bugs in their system. The news comes amid JP Morgan reportedly being fined $4 million by the US Securities and Exchange Commission over mismanagement of internal communications. There's a whole lot more to this story. A lot of you already know, but what they've done is mistakenly deleted 47 million emails of its retail banking group dated from Jan 1st to April 23, 2018. And they only get $4 million fine for doing something that's blatantly illegal when they need to hold business records for 3 years. So Ali, good morning. Came in from BrewFi Coffee House. Shout out to BrewFi Coffee, absolutely amazing Discord. My 85-year-old dad is buying Bitcoin and other crypto, so we should 10x this cycle low. How amazing is it that we're in a cycle where our parents are understanding what's going on, or our parents, depending on how old you are, that people are getting it and they're understanding. All you need to say is they can't inflate it away, and that makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. It's a lot easier to be able to orange pill someone these days, and I think it's more important than ever as well. Now, Binance ordered to hold offering crypto services in Belgium by market regulators. Ali, shout out to your dad. What an absolute legend for being able to buy Bitcoin, and a shout out to you for teaching him how to do it. So FSMA said Binance is offering and providing an exchange service in Belgium between virtual currencies and legal currencies, as well as custody wallet services from countries that are not members of the European Economic Area. Regulator says violation of prohibition. Reason I'm bringing this up is, I'll read this and we'll break it down. In a statement, a Binance spokesperson said, "We are disappointed to learn that the FSMA has come to this decision despite our ongoing conversations We are reviewing the details of their notice and we'll continue to work collaboratively with regulators in Belgium and around the world in compliance with our obligations. It's pretty much the same statement they said when the US SEC went after them, which was like there's this attack on Binance all around the world. Even here in Australia, they're shutting down the banking rails, the payment rails with Binance, so you can't withdraw your money in AUD. Insanity. They're saying the same thing, but Binance is trying to do the right thing, or from the outside, it looks like Binance is trying to do the right thing, but there's just this crackdown all around the world that's happening and they're really being targeted. So we'll see how that plays out going into the future. If Binance comes back stronger than ever, it's going to be a pretty interesting time. We'll just see what the price of the token is. 238. Maybe a good opportunity. Could probably see it going a whole lot lower before it goes higher, but we'll see. Keep an eye on it. Maybe just a quick flip to be able to get more Bitcoin there. Brazilian central bank adds crypto exchange Mercado Bitcoin and CBDC pilot include MasterCard. This I found interesting for the dichotomy. Bitcoin, crypto company, and CBDCs working together to be able to trial things. And this is what will happen further down in the future as the CBDCs come out and that becomes our payment rail and all our money is tracked. It's neither good or bad, it just is what it is. But as these things happen, and that's the only way to be able to get your money onto an exchange, then when you buy your Bitcoin or whatever, they'll know where it's gone, where that money's come from. They'll be able to track it the whole way. It's not about stopping Bitcoin for you accumulating. It's just for them to know that you've accumulated Bitcoin. So you may be running out of time to be able to get free, not like freedom Bitcoin is probably what I'd call it. The chat is moving so quick. Shout out to everyone. DeFi, stop spamming the chat, Ali. Maybe I need to give Ali and DeFi a banhammer each. Captain America, John Carter, good morning. Are you ready for a life-changing year? Because I believe we are in for one. Absolutely. I think 24, 25 is going to be absolutely face melting, just like the last couple of years have been. The opportunity in crypto is absolutely amazing. And I separate crypto and Bitcoin because you use crypto to get more Bitcoin and they work together. I was actually thinking about this late last night. Say you're in crypto and you have these huge gains and then you buy Bitcoin and then you think we're nearing the all-time high. And you sell out. Where do you put that? Where do you put those gains apart from holding in the world's hardest asset, which is Bitcoin? Because you want to say you think you're so good, you can time the top, which is what everyone wants to do. Dollar cost average out. You've got a whole bunch of cash. Where do you put it? Stable coins we've had such issues with over the last year, so they don't feel safe. If you put it into the bank account, depending on how long it's stuck there, you're losing money to inflation. Also, depending on how you go about it, there's tax implications if you're to sell the Bitcoin and then buy it lower as well. So we're moving to a place where everything's going to start to get priced in Bitcoin. Maybe it's 5 years away, maybe it's 10, 15, 20, maybe it's 2 years away. But I'm really thinking hard about if we have these huge blow-off tops and you can see it's real frothy and you want to just trade a little bit, a small portion of the bag, where do you put that? What's safe now to be able to do that? I find that fascinating. I'd like to know your answers below. So Mercado Bitcoin had been left out of the talks to be able to do the CBDC pilot and stuff. They had to, here we go. They received a payment institution license from the central bank 2nd of June. So the participation validates the central bank's intention to bring innovation to the financial system with those who have already been working with this technology and not just with the incumbents who have appropriated it. The CBDC is slated to be rolled out in 24 by the central bank, which sees the digital currency as a way of increasing participation in the financial system. It will also increase control, surveillance. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we are here for Bitcoin, to get as much Bitcoin as possible. SBF, always clown world. We don't really need to go into it too much. He wanted to subpoena law firm Fenwick and West for documents. I just found something really hilarious when I was reading this. And let's link this here. So US judge has shot down FTX founder SBF's attempt to subpoena, and remember this part, the law firm Fenwick and West is part of his criminal defense. So we'll get back to the law firm part. Bankman-Fried sought to compel US prosecutors to hand over documents given to the government by the law firm, or failing that, seek a court order to subpoena Fenwick and West LLP for the same documents. Now, Fenwick and West has sought legal help from Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher to face scrutiny. So a law firm is seeking legal help, maybe not a very good law firm. Maybe that's in jest. I have no idea. I haven't looked into them. Maybe it's different areas of law they deal with. I just found that hilarious. Anything to do with SBF has been a shit show the whole time. It's going to continue to be. It's entertainment, I guess, for all of us and for the plebs. I find it pretty interesting. DeFi, I like Bitcoin, blue chips, precious metals to DCA out into. This was the worst bear market. It will be the best boom cycle, perhaps the most profound one now. It's been an interesting bear market. I don't know if it's been the worst bear market, but it's been enjoyable nonetheless. And I actually look forward to lower prices before we have higher prices. I know that's not a popular opinion, just allows us to get more. But the FUD is having a very little impact on the market now. We are just continuing to have higher and higher lows. SEC is so full of shit. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So the Levereaged Bitcoin Futures ETF to start trading Tuesday sponsor says Volatility Shares says its 2x Levereaged Bitcoin Futures exchange trade fund will be based on CME Bitcoin Futures. Spot Bitcoin has been deemed too dangerous. Every application has been denied with this spot Bitcoin. But 2x Levereaged Bitcoin, yep, sure, go ahead, approved, tick in the box. Most people are going to get absolutely wrecked trading on leverage. Statistically, some people are going to profit really well. This is a vehicle to be able to funnel money from dumb money to smart money. So we'll see how it plays out. These are the type of things that give crypto, especially Bitcoin, a bad name, in my opinion. If we had a spot Bitcoin first and then they pull out this nonsense, that's all good. People can be degens, but people see this and FOMO in. Let's hope it works out. So BitX will become the first leveraged crypto ETF available in the US after the US SEC let it go effective on Friday. Well done, SEC. Protecting investors yet again. Regulator had not denied the application for the 2x ETF. Volatility Share Chief Investment Officer Stuart Barson said, paving the way for its launch this upcoming Tuesday. Leveraged 2x ETF allows customers to gain Bitcoin exposure by only putting up half the value of the Bitcoin. 2 times more risk, price volatility, it packs you twice as hard. While a number of future-based ETF products already trade, the SEC has constantly blocked spot products from launching. Other leveraged Bitcoin future products have also failed to secure the necessary approvals for launch. Now, this video, I've put it in the description under amazing video. I reached out to the creator, Isaiah, yesterday to ask if I could play the video. Let's just see if he's replied here. No. So if I go back to it, I'll just pause it here. Out of respect, I won't play this video, but I encourage everyone to watch it. It is absolutely amazing, well put together. I won't even spoil it to say what it's about. Just watch the video. It's 2.5 minutes. It's straight under the description. Jump in there, watch the video, say hi to Isaiah. Now, AI, the reason we talk about AI is because it's technology and the narrative come next year after the bull run. AI within crypto will play a huge narrative, and it's an opportunity to be able to get more Bitcoin at the end of the day, or crypto or whatever. But there will be amazing gains with AI, whether there's any fundamentals at that time or not. It will be a very pump-mental narrative. So I think it's worth staying on top of and just watching how this progresses over sort of the next 8 to 10 months. AWS is building a 100 million AI center to keep up with increasing competition in cloud infrastructure services. AWS is building a 100 million solution to catch up with Microsoft and Google in the market for generative AI. AI Innovation Center will connect Amazon experts in AI and machine learning with clients seeking to build applications based on the latest technology. Not in the live chat, but in the normal chat, let us know if you want a little bit of lo-fi or a little bit of trap or a little bit of hip-hop beats in the background every morning, as well as we go through the news with the fast facts. We will bring our internal AWS experts free of charge to a whole bunch of AWS customers, focusing on folks with significant AWS presence, and go help them turbocharge their efforts to get real with generative AI, go beyond the talk. As part of its strategy to stand up against big tech companies. What do you mean as part of its strategy to stand up against big tech companies? Amazon is like the biggest tech company, so that I don't know who they're going up against, but they are talking about Google and Microsoft there, but there's really no competition with Amazon. So Amazon recently debuted Bedrock, sounds like BlackRock, an AI solution that allows customers to build out their own chat GPT-like models. Pretty interesting. Obviously, Hong Kong, another massive narrative with Asia buying into Bitcoin crypto. Crypto trading is an important part of the virtual asset ecosystem. CEO of the SFC Hong Kong embrace Web3 regulation following the collapse of crypto exchange FTX November 22, stating that crypto trading is an important part of the virtual asset ecosystem. We are going to see this more and more and more. Even the IMF is turning pro Bitcoin pretty quickly. Did say when they put out that video about the data centers, they are probably slow and steady changing their tune in favor of Bitcoin. Now, the new licensing system for virtual asset providers would ensure that investors are protected while considering the risks that financial institutions face. More a trade by service, and that's where crypto is going, like it or not. The banks, the traditional institutions, will be in charge in most places, so just keep that in mind. It is what it is, neither good or bad, it just is. The new rules bring strict AML guidelines, anti-money laundering guidelines, and investor protection laws to digital asset exchanges looking to open business in Hong Kong. AML laws and things, I don't have a problem. It's just when they cap how much you can put in and out of crypto. That's what really grinds my gears. It also introduced a new licensing scheme that allows retail investors the ability to trade virtual assets. Over the past 12 months, more than 150 Web3 firms have established operations in Hong Kong's cyberport. So it's been a very lucrative year, well, not lucrative, but over the last 12 months for all these firms to flock to Hong Kong, setting up. They're going to play a major role next year. A lot of money is going to flow into the top cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin that they've allowed to. So much going on in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. The end goal is to get to a point where we don't need to use any off-rails. True decentralized, privacy-based parallel economies that value privacy and freedom will rise right alongside CBDC networks. It'll be interesting in that, like obviously that's what we all want to see. It'd be interesting to see if that actually happens and we have this like underground economy because it's better, or do they bring in the CBDCs first because they're scrambling pretty hard to make that happen and take control before they totally lose it. They're running out of time. They are being forced to integrate Bitcoin. Either they use Bitcoin or they get wrecked. Same goes for countries. Use it and allow it to watch your wealthiest business owners leave. 100%. I agree. I think you're spot on. Dave, John, Ali, everybody in the chat, have a very beautiful day. Remember, we've got Steve tomorrow morning. We'll be on a little bit earlier as well. I'll put that video up. Hit the bell button to be notified. Then we've got Jessica Haley at the end of the week. Peak performance coach, works with Gareth Soloway. Amazing guests, an amazing time. Hit subscribe if we vibe. We'll see you on the next video. Be blessed. Peace, y'all.